in Krakoa where it's so open in the sky. Um, and then the ban will probably emphasize more towards the strategists of both teams. Either that or the Vanguard, right? Because it's either they're gonna respect ban Zoon's Captain America, or they're gonna just straight up ban out the Mantis.
Well, Torch already locked out a love. No chance for the fantastic Johnny Storm to show up here today in this matchup between Nova and GenG on the first map. And of course, we're not going to see... Oh, okay. A bit of a Luna ban also coming out from GenG. They're going to protect Luna at the same. Captain America protected for Nova on the other side. And they also do the same with the strategists, banning out and protecting Mantis for themselves.
Yeah.
Shout out Venom in the audience. Let's go. The symbiote legend.
Woo-woo. Beautiful cosplay.
Absolutely amazing cosplay.
They're gonna ban out Adam Warlock now simply because there's a Mantis out on the loose.
Has to be. Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be it. And of course, finally, after saving Magneto, probably they're gonna ban out Magneto.
Yeah, could be an option. Could save and nullify the presence on the opposing squad. GenG.
Oh no, they're gonna save Magneto.
Okay, so both teams will be bringing out the Master Mutant of Magnetism. Definitely going to see that Magneto, and we do love a good Meteor M. We saw a Quadra KO Meteor M earlier today. I would love to see that Penta KO Meteor M as well.
This is going to hurt though. I'm so sorry. This is going to hurt because XZ is so proficient on Psylocke.
Oh my days, no Psylocke.
Yeah, right. They managed to ban XZ Psylocke, whereas... but then again, it is nullified because GenG did ban off the Psylocke as well. So no Torch, no Psylocke. They're going to go back to the good old ways, right? Punisher, Punisher, and then there's Ultron. Probably we might see Iron Man, but I won't give much hope into seeing an Iron Man here.
You never know.
We'll never know, exactly. But right now, you can hear the cheer coming in from Nova, the support of the crowd.
Hometown crowd.
I know. GenG versus Nova Esports Liger. This is do or done.
Do or get done, I'll tell you that right now. But it ain't done because we're rolling out our spawns. Everybody's getting a move. Nova rolling out with Uwu on Star-Lord, Yexen on the Captain America, Voxel on the Magneto, Ghost on the Invisible Woman, Sue Storm, Bubba bringing out the Jeff, Clem on the Mantis, and then GenG are rolling out with Loki. Snake going on the Loki, Eggsy on the Bucky, and Zoom with the Emma, and there's a big pick from Yexen already taken out Dr. D. That's the one I was going to call next. Brownie on the fit, he's going to try and make the work, and Fun on the Magneto on the high ground, holding it down, already met with Uwu on the side right there. Loki's getting set up on top, that's going to be Snake right there, trying to set it up.
Beautifully done, but oh no, Snake almost lost his life right there, but will be able to be sustained. So GenG already trying to fight back, but no! Nova punishing them one by one with the two Vanguards gone. Who is left to protect the front lines? They have to retreat here. They have to go back and regroup. But Nova pushing forward, just making sure that they do not retreat as easily and just holding on to these angles coming in.
Oh my days, Nello, are you seeing what I'm seeing? I'm seeing ult charge spiking up, and who's closest to it but the mischievous one themselves. Snake on the Loki's going to have that copy very, very soon. Very, very, very valuable ultimate when it comes down to the current state of Marvel Rivals. Loki is one of the best strategists out there and already has ultimate online. Let's see how it all unfolds. The lamps are set up for now as we're going to see the runes of Loki. Just keep the team sustained, allow them to have a bit of forward pressure. GenG going to be able to move in with that, allowing Brownie to go forward, show some shots. You're going to see the Fate Abode Worlds breaking out early, nice and early from the Luna right there. Brownie on the skies. Voxel with a dunk taking out XZ with the Meteor and Uwu taking out the three in the side. High lines riding it down on the Galactic Legend style. We're going to see how it all unfolds. Jackson pushing forward, taking out Zoom. Snake falls to over. That's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the door for Nova Esports right now as GenG are going to be retreating to spawn as the Krakoa portals are now active and open. You know what that means, Nello? They can come in from right behind them.
Exactly, and just to see this dominance coming out from Nova Esports as well. Look, it's 72%, and so far, GenG was unable to contest that point at all. Simply because, look, Nova Esports, they're already parked. It's like, yeah, this is my territory. I'm going to take spot here. I'm going to take space up there, below. And look at Nova coming in. And look at that damage coming through. Uwu's already taken out one of them. Galactic Legends coming in. That's going to be the huge attacking firepower that they need. They're going to take out the backlines. Brownie is gone. And look, all of a sudden, the Jeff is going to eliminate two of them.
Take him off the map! The Double KO for It's Jeff! Right there, Bubba, taking out Fun and XZ. We're going to see Starlord going through the portals right now, chasing down the Luna, chasing down the one that's trying to get away. And we're going to see overtime, ticking 99% for Nova right now. GenG, you've got the Strange, you've got the portal.
No.
Trying to show signs of life, Uber against Snake and Zoon. And it's going to be a portal to contest right now from GenG. It's going to be a 6v3 matchup in the final fight. Does anybody contest? And they don't. And Nova take first round on Krakoa, and they're holding it down on the carousel.
What a convincing win by Nova Esports in that first part of the game. And it seemed like, look, you banned out the Psylocke, fine. You banned out the Torch, fine. Bobo still has a hidden Jeff. If you guys notice, Bobo has a hidden weapon, the Land Shark right there, Jeff. And honestly, it was only one ultimate by Bobo, but it made all the difference because both vanguards were thrown off the map.
Unbelievable, so much value.
See you, bye-bye.
Goodbye. That is exactly what you want from a Jeff. Oh, I love to see some Jeff get value. It is absolutely exciting. It is cheeky. It is fun. It is exactly everything we love about Marvel Rivals when it comes down to the spirit of this game. But here we are heading over to round 2 on Krakoa. It's going to be important to see how the cradle turns out, of course. Beautiful map of Krakoa, a land for the mutants, a haven, a beautiful place to be peaceful and relaxed. But here in Marvel Rivals, it's here to fight and get down and dirty with it. Brownie early on going forward with the Starlord, as we know, very prominent style in the last matchup as well, putting in so much work, actually zoning out the Phoenix earlier as well. Massive Galactic Legend did get value there earlier, but let's see how it works out. Brownie gets some early damage on themselves. Going to treat for now. Ooh, also on the Starlord, we're going to see the mirror match of the Starlords here today.
One thing is for sure, if Brownie cannot get that elements onto the opponents, that's going to be it. But right now, Uwu just coming in, just breaching into the enemy territories alongside Captain America. Freedom Charge coming in, and now Fate of Both Worlds is going to be used right there, right then by Snake, copying the opponent Nova right there. They're going to contest that site here, and now GenG right here doing their best to hold on to the spot, but they're slowly getting pushed out. Yashin already taking out Snake at the back lines. Their one strategist down, their two strategists down, their duelist Brownie is going to go down. Nova cleaning up shop right there once again, just pushing everyone from GenG to the back lines, Liger.
Unbelievable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hit him with the dive. That's what Yexen did on the Captain America there. Absolutely shaking up all of GenG, allowing Uwu to clean house. Even Clem getting some bigs on the Mantis right there, cleaning up as well. Giving him some value, giving him that nice early 15% lead on the board right now in Krakoa here today. But Brownie's on the sidelines trying to make it happen, trying to get the damage, trying to get that forward pressure and an early peak for themselves. Going to meet another Starlord. That's right. That's going to be Uwu 3 on the sidelines. We're going to see how it all unfolds because Eggsy's got the Rage of Ultron ready. We're going to see the Feast of the Abyss from Zoon as well. But Nova Esports have 4, potentially 5 ultimates ready for this next fight. Let's see how it all unfolds with this first initiation coming from the Rage of Ultron from Eggsy.
Let's go. Rage of Ultron. Let's see if he gets any value. Brownie's going to unleash the Galactic Sledge as well. But it's Jeff!
It's Jeff!
Oh my god! Is it going to be on?
It's enough to take out the Shreds!
No, he's gonna get bombed out by Fun. Beautiful counter towards Bobo. If he actually pulled that off, that would have been insane. But now Wutri coming in with the Galactic Legend, just trying to take out people left and right. Make that 2, 3 eliminations by the Nova Esports. They're gonna keep running over GenG right now. Fatal World is not gonna be doing much but delay the inevitable, which is Nova marching forward. Dotori is gonna go down. They're gonna clean up everyone else at the backline. Snake is gonna be gone, and now Fun, the only Vanguard left on the line, he's gonna be gone as well, Liger.
There is so much value coming from on the Galactic Legend Starlord right there, getting the triple KO, unofficial quadra KO right there, which was exciting to see. But going into this next one, 85% for Nova right now. GenG need to show the signs of life and struggle right there to hold it down and get some percentage on the board for themselves. Otherwise, Nova will take Krakoa in whole. This is the final potential fight for Nova to take Krakoa. Are they going to hold it? We're going to see Bonk still taking out Brownie on the sidelines. We're going to see the freedom charge from Captain America. Moving forward. Loki sets the runes, keeps them sustained. Eggs is trying to make it happen, trying to get the damage, trying to bring up the Phoenix Fire right there. Uwu taking out Zoon. The Venom is down. The Vanguard is down. Uwu is chasing right now. We're going to see a face shift. Uwu takes Eggsy. Snake, Dr. E at 5-4. Nova Esports are taking Krakoa.
My goodness, 100% to 0%, not once, but twice, back-to-back against GenG. And can I just say, how often do you see Brownie? How often do you see XE getting shut down like that?
Unbelievable.
They were
So much
unable.
value.
they were unable to get elims at all. They're supposed to be the hunter, but they're the hunted in this game.
Woo! Insane performance, insane performance. 1-0 in favor of Nova Esports. MVP, well and truly deserved too. Uwu 3 right there. 22 elims, my goodness.
Insane.
But fun put in the work, I'll tell you that.
Exactly.
Amazing.
That was just absolutely insane. And it just seems like in the battle of the front lines, it seems like Nova Esports was just so good at brawling, and they were expecting that all around. Like Galactic's Legends goes in, never mind, I have Captain America rushing in to provide that charge as well. So everything was just happening, and it feels like the band was on point as well. GenG's XZ Psylocke was getting taken out, but instead of affecting both teams like it's supposed to be, because both Psylocks and Torch was getting taken out, doesn't matter. Bobo's Jeff brought so much value when
exactly
needed,
what we want.
right? And then, but on the side of GenG, well, they don't have any other surprise factor, which makes it a little bit more predictable. And that's where they know, like, okay, we know that XZ is shut down on Psylocke. He's only going to be able to use Ultron. And then with Brownie as well, Brownie, that's the only person we need to shut down, and they managed to do it.
Much, you know, Brownie brings out those that usually pick the Torch, the Wolf. They banned out Torch. No opportunity to bring the Wolverine out, you know, maybe bringing out, you know, I know they do have that Hulk. Zune wants to play that Hulk, but it's just not the time and place right now for them. Unless, maybe it is the time and place.
Maybe. It's time to get mad.
Maybe it's time to do something, do a bit of madness. Go unorthodox. Try something different. Catch Nova off guard when it comes down to it. That is ultimately the opportunity you want to do right now. Like when it really is these desperate times. Do you run it down on what you know? Or do you do what the enemy don't know?
True. I agree with that, but unfortunately, it's very hard for me to say this, but at this point, it seems like GenG is getting pretty predictable. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for the Asia region, I'm all for the teams here, but it really pains me to say this, but it's getting a little bit predictable on the side of GenG, because everyone that they played, Rad Esports, they played against Envy. Envy, and then they played against Nova, and it feels like they just knew exactly what GenG was gonna go. Just ban out, targeted ban onto the characters that they are so comfortable in getting off picks. And when you do that, they have a surprise pick at the back, and they cannot really adapt.
That's true.
It's so hard for them to adapt because everything was shut down. The targeted ban was just on point.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough one going forward for GenG, but there's still hope. There's still hope. Maybe they are going to switch it up. Maybe it's time for a bit of a tempo shift, try to change your game plan right now.
Hulk no more?
Hulk no more? You know what? Hulk no more would be good. You know, I don't think, you know, if I'm Nova, I'm not letting Torch through.
Yeah,
it's just not worth it. Look, even if you feel confident, even if you feel like the pace is in your favor, do not let it happen, because of course, you know, this is the lower bracket, lower elimination stage. That's right. This is, you know, you don't guarantee yourself into the top 8 from this either. You just guarantee yourself another chance to the top 8. And right now, a chance is all you need to keep it moving, keep it going. So, are GenG going to show they are the new generation to bring it? Or are Nova going to show their veterancy, their experience in the long run, how they approach the game, how they approach all these matchups, and see ultimately if, you know, they're just going to take it and move on and go up to Rad.
But ultimately, I feel like if there's any changes that we need to do, right? I feel like they definitely need to make some changes towards the front lines, because I feel like the front line collapsed pretty fast, and Zune alone is not enough to hold on to it. I mean, make no mistake, FunFun's an amazing player as well, but I just feel like the front lines were a little bit it crumbles.
Little lean.
Need
some meat on the bone. You need something strong, something, you know, formidable, a bit of a wall, maybe even a Groot.
Yeah, like Choppa can come in and play that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Hey, the beautiful thing about Marvel Rivals, you're not locked to your role. You can switch it up. You can do so many different things. You know, teams are out here running even, you know, triple Vanguard.
Triple strategist,
double strategist lineup.
6 duelists.
Good work, you know, set things up with a Groot, hold it down, choke slam with the Emma, big Meteor. You can run that Groot, Emma, Magneto. It is actually a really stellar and actually underrated, in my opinion, underrated Vanguard lineup. So I'd actually love to see that. But, you know, let's see how it all unfolds as the teams are getting ready and right behind us in all the action in this amazing arena here today at Marvel Rivals Ignite. Right below, you can see the logo. You already know how it is. This is how we do. For those who don't know, my name's Liger. We got the legend. Nello.
Mellow.
Doing it up.
Yeah,
We're here. We're honored to
representing
be
Asia.
here. It's going off, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we're out here. We're doing it up, having a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
There's gonna be a good one here today.
Yeah.
This is, of course, an elimination series. This is where the stakes are higher than ever right now because this means GenG are one loss away if they're out.
Exactly.
Don't want that for GenG. If they're
know.
GenG, if
They
you're a
gotta
GenG
relax.
support out there.
Yeah, they gotta relax.
Yeah,
They gotta
they gotta
reset.
relax.
Yeah, right. At this point, the only thing that they can save is just the mentality going in.
Yeah,
Yeah, they gotta steal it out, and they gotta reset, and then they just gotta come back and give their A performance. I mean, maybe adaptability is not their strong suit,
Okay.
but honestly, if you can play consistent and stable, I think you might still have a chance up against Nova. But Nova is already very stellar when it comes to stable compositions 2-2-2, right?
Okay.
But while we're at that, I just want to give a shout out to my main man from Asia, Posh Spice, Multitudes, That One Dan. Shout outs to you guys. I probably should do another shout out when we get to see our faces. Like, we're gonna give a short
Shout out to my fellow OCE casters, Profound Rice and Messi. We miss you.
That's
Having a good time.
Profound Royce. Let's
go. These are, of course, you know, these are some of the best teams here today in Marvel Rivals Ignite, of course. Let's see how it all unfolds between GenG and Nova Esports. This is a tough one. Okay, so statistically, what we are seeing so far, of course, you know, a lot of numbers on the board, a lot of healing being dished out, but not enough final hits. I need to see some final hits. I need to see some action, some impact. You know,
Brownie got shut down. Look, 0.
it's tough. It's rough. It's rough for GenG right now, but. You know, Uwu3, my goodness, Uwu3 Star-Lord is a true galactic legend in their own right.
True,
you know,
true.
maybe they're living up to the Marvel name, maybe a bit of a Guardians 2 Easter egg, maybe they got a bit of ego, you never know, you might find out. But
True.
as they are maybe a planetary threat ultimately right now, they are definitely someone that, you know, GenG aren't going to let get unchecked now that they've learned. Clearly, Uwu3 is going to be the one to target in this next round.
Exactly. But while we're at that, let's just check out the replays right here. You can see Uwu3 having such an amazing time. You can see where the final hits are coming from. He was oh my god,
Bobo.
he just knocked him out.
Thank you,
He just-
Bobo. We love the
just
Jeff.
knock him out.
It gives me life.
I know. And honestly, it's just knocking them out over one after the other. But beautiful dunk by Fun just to take out the Bobo from eliminating 2 of the teammates. But Uwu3 honestly was the star of the show. Nothing comes close in second because Uwu3, he was having the time of his life. Just the tracking is just insane. Just look at the tracking. Everyone was just melting left and right. And
I'll
this
tell
is
you that.
honestly super insane to watch. Just look,
Absolutely
Bobo,
insane.
super confident, like,
Oh, yeah.
Jeff, let's go, Jeff.
Let's go, big Jeff out here, big action. We love to see it. I will tell you, you know, I don't want to know who happened to Uwu1 and Uwu2 because Uwu3 is unstoppable. I'll tell you that. Now, ultimately, you know, the third form, the final form, maybe for Uwu, or do we see Uwu4 down the line? You never know. You never know.
No,
It's up to
never
them to make it through to
Exactly.
day 2. We'll see how it all unfolds.
Yeah. And while we're at it as well, the promised shout out as well. Just a shout out to my quick main man and to the chat in Twitch as well. Marvel Rivals Asia Twitch chat. How you guys doing? Posh Spice and Multitudes are doing the watch party right now, so do check them out if you're in Twitch as well. And of course, That One Dan, our co-caster in Rivals Asia as well on Twitch. And
Of course, the OCE region. I know Matt C's doing a co-stream, Profound Rice as well. They're doing it up. They're representing our region and talking all the storm. I'll tell you that, they're excited. And I'm excited too because, you know, tomorrow we get to witness our squad. That's right, the Ground Zero Gaming.
Let's go.
The Australian org
GZ.
from the OCE region. GZ Easy, as they say. GZ Peasy, as they say it.
GZ
Hashtag
Peasy.
GZ Peasy.
like
That is the chant. I want to see they go crazy in the chat tomorrow. But we're getting ahead of ourselves, you know. The shout-outs are done. But there's so many amazing people. W Prod, by the way. Come on, chat. W
Exactly.
Production all around us. Marvel Rivals, Neddy's team. Amazing. But let's see. This matchup, this is good. This is big. This is exciting. This is what we want to see. Okay, we're going to go into bans and picks very soon. This is potentially map point. This is potentially where it could end for GenG if they slip up again. But now's the time. Nova's got to make it happen for themselves. Get themselves locked into that final stage of the play-ins. That's what they want. They want to get in there, go against Rad, knock out, you know, try to make it happen,
Sure.
try to knock out
Sure.
Rad. Rad, perceived to be very strong, formidable team coming into Marvel Rivals Ignite. Ultimately, how it's going to turn out is crazy to see. I am excited to see how all these 3 teams turn out because this is officially our first elimination series.
Exactly. We're equally as excited, equally anticipating who will be making it through, who will be the first team to be sent home. But honestly, just looking at this, I mean, Nova Esports and GenG are pretty similar teams to begin with, like what I've mentioned at the start of this game show, right? But when it comes to the capabilities and the crossfire capabilities, it just feels like Nova is just a little bit ahead compared to GenG, whereas GenG might not be at their 100%. We're not free to comment on that, but they are not at 100% at their best. But whatever it is a tournament setting. Whether you're however situation you're in, you have to come here. You gotta steal it up. You gotta you gotta steal. You gotta come in stealed up and just play.
Yeah, and speaking of playing, it looks like we're gonna have a bit of a switch. Chopper and Fun, a bit of a switch.
Yeah, that's what
bit
they
of
need.
substitution action. It's gonna be exciting to see. Again, as we know, these players are supported by orgs, by managers, by coaches, and of course substitutes are here as well. You know, the best, I honestly believe, this is my theory about when it comes to esports teams in Marvel Rivals. I honestly believe, yeah, we do have 6 slots. We do have 6 slots in the game. But I think teams, you know, as the years pass in Marvel Rivals, I think teams should be building with around that, you know, 7 to 8, maybe even 9 player mark. I believe with such an amazing roster and such potential for a diverse and massive roster when it comes to Marvel Rivals. We're talking about over 700 heroes in Marvel Rivals comics and villains as well. There are so many things that could be available, and I believe, you know, we've got duelists out here that fill different categories. You've got your melee duelists, you've got your, you know, the ones that aim very well, you've got ones that just throw silly things at everyone. I feel like, you know, it's good to have a specialist in each of those categories, especially in Vanguard. You know, you've got your disruptors, you've got your frontline, you've got your backline shielders, and of course strategists. You know, you've got the cheeky ones, your rockets, your Lokis, your Jeffs. You know, you got those that hold it down, keep the team sustained. You know, your Luna, your Invisible Woman, and then of course, you know, there's more to that. There's many different perspectives and roles. And I feel like 6 people could be a perfect team, but I think the key to the future of this would be building a team that can have specialists and experts that cover the entire roster as a whole, so you're prepared for any meta, any decision, and even when you feel like meta is not the answer, which I believe we will find out very quickly in Marvel Rivals Ignite at the mid-season finals. Bring out the Moon Knight. I would love to see it.
Strangling Prison into Moon Knight, that would confirm the kill.
Listen, we could get some clobbering time. We could get the Song Inferno clobbering time combinations. Very good. Human Torch throwing down Ben Grimm could be exciting. Could be fantastic.
I heard he got thrown down.
Yep.
The sacrifice.
Yeah,
the sacrificial stone.
I need a good Wolverine and a Human Torch to queue with. I'll tell you that.
It's like, wait, I do not want to land like this. So why?
Shut up, BB, my duo. I'll tell you what. But we're going to, of course, Symbiotic Surface. Glinter, this is the theme of the season. That's right, the symbiotes. We are going, of course, to the home of Null, to where Null controls the symbiote hive mind. That includes Venom and many others as well. Now, going into this picks and bans phase, the teams are deciding. I want to see how GenG appropriately makes it happen. I want to see very soon what that will be. But ultimately, you know, teams are just getting ready for now, setting it up. You know, very soon we'll get into the bans, the picks, and all of the above. But, you know, look at this amazing teams thinking now, talking to each other. That's Bobo. Represent. There you go, holding it down.
Yeah, he's dubbed the Prince of Nova.
The Prince? Oh,
the Prince of Nova.
We've got royalty in the house. Hey, yo. Represent.
Yeah, exactly. That's Dotori playing. I know he's a little bit under the weather, but he's toughening it out right now. And as you know, strategist, really important backbone of the team as well.
Listen, they heal the team. Who's going to heal them? I hope their team gives them some support. You know, hey, moral support is my favorite support. I'll tell you that right now.
Right.
But, you know, oh, look, Ghost as well over here putting in the work, you know, going to try to make it happen. I do love seeing coaches sitting behind them. Hey, when you're a team, you know that there's always someone to have your back, and that is your coach and your managers. Shout out to the team. Shout out to all the staff behind the scenes that keep these teams nice and ready and powered up for some Marvel Rivals action again. So, picks and bans are starting up between GenG and Nova Esports. And already the Torch and Mantis are gone. I would love to see the ban statistics so far for today, because my goodness, I don't think Mantis or Torch have not shown up on our screens when it comes to picks and bans.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, banning out the opponent's Mantis is not enough. They gotta save it as well. So Nova Esports has a clear idea of what they want to do, and GenG is probably gonna respond by banning out Adam Warlock at some point, although we might have to wait a little bit to see what's gonna happen. But Luna Snow is gone, probably gonna save up Luna Snow as well. And that's going to probably build up towards the next counter, the next few counters. They really need to counter GenG's, at this point, right? Captain America, Torch, Loki would be a really good a ban as well. And honestly, I like this targeted ban. Like, okay, we probably want to force you to counter ban our Captain America as well, but GenG might have a different idea. They probably do not care for the Captain America, probably cares a little bit more for other bans. But right here, Nova Esports has a guarantee. You can picture it in your mind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right? There's a Magneto, there's an Emma if you really want to go for the team up. There's a Psylocke available as well. So that's going to be a pretty interesting lineup to go with.
I do want to note Star-Lord is also banned. Don't want to see the Star-Lord again. Decision for Nova right there. Not going to be able to bring out that Star-Lord. There it is. But we're going to Clintar, and this is the lineup. These are your teams. These are your bans. These are your saves. Both teams saving Magneto. What do we think about that one, Nella? Magneto's presence in Marvel Rivals Ignite so far. It's been pretty exciting. A lot of big dunks, a lot of big meteor M's.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably just to counter the opponent's Luna Snow, right? But you can see the bans happening as well onto Luna Snow, although there's also saves coming in. But one thing is for sure, GenG is down 0-1 against Nova. The next point by Nova is going to take it with a 2-0 sweep, bringing them much closer to being the second team qualified. Whereas GenG, they've got a long way ahead of them. They got to win this map, and they got to win the next one if they want to come back. So that's a lot of job coming back. It's hard, but not impossible.
Oh, yeah.
The team fight is gonna happen a little bit soon, probably trying to farm up a little bit of the ultimate charge right here. You can see Bobo on the Wolverine, just trying to be that silent assassin from the backline, probably trying to pick off someone and just send them, kidnap them all the way to the side of his teammates. But GenG pretty much establishing a pretty good perimeter onto the point. But no, Brownie! The first one down, Choppa's gonna go down. This is happening much sooner than we expect. Nova cleaning up the third person. Zoon's gonna go down. 3 people left. XZ and Dotori. That's the only one left. They kind of retreat right here. And it seems like Nova will be able to unlock that first point so fast.
Nova storming on through. No Doctor Strange from GenG here today. They're already in the pushing stage. The symbiote Husk is ready to keep moving. Now, going into this, I want to note something very important right here. We got Brownie on the Phoenix already close to charge. It was just ahead of them. 10% in the lead, already closer than ever. Landing those marks, landing that passive, allowing them to build up those Phoenix marks and get some power. Now, of course, Yexin's Adam did get that first pick early on. Did put in the work. Yexin, a secret duelist in their own right. You know, just when you think Adam is just, you know, going to be out here to be the triple strategist, he is actually the second duelist, the third duelist actually, because they are running 1-3-2. That's right, Nova Esports making it happen. Both on the Wolverine, slashing and dashing. Phoenix and Song Inferno crashes down, and there it is. And it does a bit of damage, but it's going to be met with Dotori's Fate of Both Worlds right there. We're going to see the whole the Wolverine moving back for now. I would love to see how this Meteor M unfolds. But first, we're going to exhaust.
And then coming in the slashes, the Feral Claws coming in and trying to take out the strategist, but no, the support is going to come in. The Meteor M, let's see if the dunk is going to happen. Von XL trying to find that one hit onto the opponent's side, but no one's going to go down just yet. But as we speak, XZ is going to go down. Clem actually getting it. UW getting Zoon out of the equation as well, and they are slowly marching forward, pushing GenG backwards. They are down 2 members, and this just looks pretty grim for GenG. Nova is going to be able to continue pushing in. Bobo getting staggered a little bit a moment ago there. And honestly, Liger, I don't know. They're pushing really, really hard. And the decision to not ban the Adam Warlock onto Nova, I hope that it doesn't bite them, because they have the Cocoon Rebirth at the disposal.
Nella, I think you called it right there. Yexin's Adam is getting absolutely unchecked by GenG right there. Look, Chopper's got the Sonic Seduction. It's good.
Okay.
Oh, big kidnap from the Wolverine. Slashing and dashing, hopefully not crashing out right now. We're going to see the action from the Berserker as he's going to be pushing forward. As XZ is going to make the action happen. They're destroying the terrain, trying to get an angle, trying to get the pressure, trying to get everything they need. GenG trying to hold it down. We're going to see Emma. We're going to see Chopper try to make the action happen, pushing forward. We're going to see Ensong Inferno in the skies. I believe it was blocked early and counted out. Not going to get the value they need. Wolverine v Wolverine. XZ versus Bobo. We're going to see the Bulwark from Magneto keep that Wolverine nice and sustained. Snake gets the pick on Uwe in the sidelines. Berserker's rage is 100 right now. It is trumping off. Yexin brings it back in the fight. Last stand right there. There it is, as we're going to see Wolverine go on for the slash. And it's going to take out Clem. Chopper gets picked by Yexin with a double kill. Yexin brings the team back once again. My goodness, Yexin just bringing everyone back. This comic revival is just lethal. The Guardians team up is just in effect as well right now, bringing the action. But Brownie shuts down the Adam, taking out Yexin. KO and Song Inferno Does get a bit of sustained.
Nice.
Zune with the Magnetic Meteor on Clem. Another Meteor flies.
Whoa.
Yexen brings two. Clem's back in the fight. Bobo slashing, taking out Authority right there. And there it is, Nello. Double invisible boundary. The Venn diagram of
My
boundaries from
God.
invisible women. My goodness.
It's coming back to bite them. Look, everyone's falling. Actually, GenG had the upper hand, but look at Nova just bringing everyone back one by one, like what you mentioned. Karmic Revival coming in, and then with their own self-cocoon revival. And that's how they managed to keep themselves up and about, coming back to the battlefield, pushing GenG. GenG, this bad pick, ignoring Adam Warlock, might be the fatal mistake that they has ever made in this game.
That is definitely going to be interesting to see how they try to stop this momentum coming from Nova, who are literally 3/4 of the way through the pushing stage of Symbiotic Service right now. Only just a few chunks left, only just a few minutes left, and they got 3 minutes 25 in their time bank. Nova's feeling very confident right now that they've got enough time to make this happen. But GenG want to show signs of life. They want to show that they're still here to stay. Chopper's closer than ever to the Sonic Seduction. We're going to see how it all turns out. Chopper's getting pushed back by Uwu3 on the Phoenix, trying to put in the work. And Song Inferno is online, and Chopper's taken down by Uwu3, bringing the fire to the Diamonds, and the Diamonds are out of the rough, and Yexen's going to get the pick on Zune, and Voxel's taken out. Doherty. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4 from GenG. That 4 to Nova Esports. Bobby getting the final pick on Brownie right there. They're pushing, and they're trying to make it happen. I'll tell you what, right now, GenG is not going to go. Oh, it's sniping! Nexi's in the spot and getting sniped out. My goodness! The pressure, the power, the fire from the Phoenix right there. And there it is. Venom trying to go for the sustained 4.17 meters left. Is it going to be enough? And Suck Inferno to crash down into the double invisible boundary. Will it be enough sustain? Will it be enough power? The Wolverine Bobo is slashing, trying to make it happen. GenG showing signs of life. Brownie takes down Clem. Yexen falls. GenG do have fate of the battles if they need it. Zune's taking out Bobo. Yexen tries to return back to the fight, and Uwu falls to Brownie. Double, triple, coming revival from Yexen. Triple came from Exy on the Hannah. What is this insane power right now? GenG, hold it down. It's not over yet.
GenG just bringing back the Hela and being like, yeah, let's go stick back to our roots. Let's bring that hit scan character back in. And that's exactly what they did. And they managed to cover, respond towards the attack of Nova. But Liger, this is not over yet. GenG might be able to win that team fight, but the war is not over yet. They still need 1 minute 40 seconds. Plenty of time for Nova to come back. And right now it seems like Clan B is going to start in, removing Zune from the equation. And now Ghost's going to take out Choppa. My goodness, that's going to be a 4v6. Nova continuing the onslaught, just trying to reach towards that husk. And Von XL, don't forget, this is a triple, this is a single Vanguard lineup. And they're pushing slowly but surely towards GenG.
Fate of the both worlds from Doherty right now to keep him sustained. We're going to be met with the Song Inferno in the skies. Coming from Brand. It's going to do a little bit of damage, but not enough to get the value they need. We're going to see Bobo hitting it down on the Berserker. Last stand is online. Let's see how it all unfolds.
Last
We're going to see drills down, taking out Doherty into the underground. Luna's dance is over. Brownie taking out Uwu3, putting in the work on the Phoenix Snake clearing house on Clam. That's a strategist taking out another strategist.
Oh my god.
And Ghost takes out Chopper. The ammo is down. The Magnetic Meteor is being charged up. It's being lined up. Snake! What a ring! The invisible woman was caught out by Voxel with the blind dunk. My goodness. Magnetic Meteor M was clean there.
That's why Von XL is the one-trick Magneto right there. And they managed to push all 3 points. That third point was supposed to be the stronghold of GenG. But because of that insane revival, just keep coming back. Not to mention that blind dunk by Von XL. That was honestly chef's kisses right there.
Absolute chef's kiss right there. Absolute read. Honestly, it was even a fadeaway. It looked away.
It was.
He's like, I'm going to throw it. Whatever happens, happens. But they knew what was going to happen. They secured victory right there, taking out the invisible. Could have been a potential invisible boundary that could have kept them in the fight, maybe bringing it even further for them. Maybe GenG could have held that, but the reads were there, the payoff was there. The switch to Hela definitely mattered as well. It did change the tides, but Yexen's Adam Warlock is currently unchecked, as you said, Nello, and that is exactly what is keeping them moving.
My goodness, I never thought that we would see this day where they are straight up just ignoring, like, Nova Esports saved Mantis.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that be an indication like, hey, ban Adam Warlock, please.
Yeah, come
I
on.
mean, isn't that what's it's all about, right? Bringing the team back.
They should know. They should know. We've heard the rumblings across all of Marvel Rivals Ignite over the past few days. We've heard it. The Guardian Revival team up, the Adams, the Mantis, the Starlord.
Rescom.
The Rescom, that's
Right?
what they call it. You gotta shut that down. If you know a team runs it and you don't run it better than them, you gotta shut it down. That's the whole point of bans and picks.
Yeah,
Play
I
to your
like that.
strengths. Shut out their shut out their strengths. Confirm your weaknesses
exactly.
and shut them out too. Do what you gotta do because it can be decided in bans and picks. But bans and picks aside, when you're in the game, you do what you gotta do to keep it moving and you keep it burning, and that's what Ubu3 is gonna do on the Phoenix right now. Landing some shots, trying to keep it moving, trying to hold it down on defense
All
right
right.
now. As Nova are gonna be defending for now, we're gonna see GenG try to get some angles. We see Hella on the side, a bit of Wolverine on the side from Boba right there, trying to match the pace. Nova Esports trying to see how they can hold it down. Oh, choke slam, taking out Boba. Will it be enough to get the pick right now? Looks like
Okay.
Bobo gets out for now. Emma Frost from Zune is lethal.
The cover was just so good as well. Like the timing just to cover, like, oh, watch me, watch me. That's exactly what's going on. But right now, Bobo just trying to find that angle to try and snipe and kidnap, possibly. Oh, wait, what's going on? Emma right there is just trying to right-click onto Bobo. The left clicks onto Bobo, but now they are just still trying to find that momentum, trying to push in. And honestly, GenG, they're going to unlock this first point. They're going to do it. The 2 eliminations onto Nova and make that 3. Wait, no, the comeback coming in from Clan BB, coming in and just taking out Zune. They are going to... Look, the rest comms. It's just bringing the teammates back again and again.
Again and again is exactly how you want to run it down when you're playing the Wolverine. You want to go forward. You want to bring the pressure. Right now, it looks like it's going to be, of course, keeping the pace, trying to go for an ace. See what you want to do, because this is the race to tomorrow, the race to see who survives. Ubu3 on the Hella, putting in the work. Again, double lining it up with the Hella and Phoenix is exciting to see from GenG. But is it enough firepower to push through Nova's defense?
Okay, got
Hella-
some that. Almost instantly getting taken down, Liger.
Ooh, and it's we do see the Meteor M trying to match the pace there. We do see Luna dancing. We do see the Fate of Earth Worlds. We do see Axie getting a shot, taking out Yexen, clamping some brownie.
kicking heads.
Yexi with the double KO, taking out Bobo. We're gonna see Vox will take Snake. Yexen himself brings them back into the fight. Adam's never out when you think the Adam's out. Zune takes out Clem right now. The pace is over. 1 tick to the 3rd right now for GenG right now, seeing how they hold it down. But Nova do have 1, 2, 3 ultimates online, ready for this next defense right now. GenG do have Boundary, do have Meteor, but it might not be enough firepower to push through Nova's defense going
The
up.
revive.
Comic Rivals online.
Yeah, exactly. It just brought back the teammates, right? Clan BB was back. Vaughn XL is probably going to be revived a little bit soon as well. Look, the value from that Karmic Revive. The Meteor End by Choppa. Let's see if it's going to land to anyone. The dunk's not going to be happening right there. Choppa is not going to find anyone, but he will still be alive, trying to defend. Actually trying to push on that point. Nova might be able... Wait, no. GenG might be able to... No. Nova is actually pushing them out. They're already taking out XZ.
They're holding it down.
Oh, fallen dominoes 1 by 1. They're just
What?
pushing them back, Liger. Nova.
Unbelievable right now. 1 minute left on the clock. If they hold this, they survive the elimination. If they hold this,
Oh
that's
my
what
god,
Nova
30
wants.
seconds. 1
GenG.
minute. 1 minute.
There it is. We're getting the pick on Chopper right there. We're going to see Wolverine full raged, enraged, ready to turn the page to stay alive. Ubu takes out Zune right there. Strange on the back foot. Strange is eliminated. We're going to see how it unfolds. Ubu's ready to go. 40 seconds left on the clock. Seeing how it all unfolds. Hella putting in the work right now. Just planning some suppression fire. Gonna see Ghost get into position, retreating for now. Clem's online with the Soul Resurgence. Boba's ready with the last stand.
Exactly.
Console with the Meteor M, but GenG do have the Fate of both worlds, as well as the Insung Inferno and Goddess of Hella right there, ready to take it to the skies and bring down the crows. The question is, who's gonna shoot first?
20 seconds left on the clock, Liger. And look at this. The kidnap happening. Bobo!
Bobo!
He's gonna take XZ!
Oh!
Snake's
Snake!
gonna go down. Oh my god. They're gonna fall 1 by 1.
Meteor!
And the Meteor M is gonna come in. It finds no one, but it doesn't really matter. Dotori, that's the final guard of GenG with the Fate of both worlds. But the kidnap's gonna happen again. No!
Oh!
Choppa is gonna go down. Dotori's gonna go down as well. And right now, Nova has pushed GenG onto overtime. And
There it is!
the last one!
Double Venn diagram,
The
invisible
last
boundaries. It's over.
My god, Nova coming out strong. GenG has failed to unlock the first point. Nova Esports Hold the advantage here. The crowds scream their name right there, Liger.
Nova survives, holding it down in the plains right now. Voxel with a massive, massive MVP on Magneto. So much pressure, so much power right there. I just got to say right now, it's not over yet. It's not over yet, everybody. There is a 1-1 right now in this series. My goodness, it isn't over yet.
Yeah, exactly. It's
It
1
isn't
to
over
1
yet.
right now.
Just when you thought it was over, it is still here. They
I
are
know.
still ready to go. This is what I wanted. I wanted a competitive series, 1-1. I am ready for GenG and Nova to go for their final bout right now. This is officially the final call. This is officially the final chance. This is officially elimination station for one of these teams. Who's going to survive? Who's going to go up against Red in our final match of the day? That is the question.
Exactly. And it's just so much intensity coming from that game.
Yep.
And it's so hard not to get piped up. I mean, my hair is standing. Our hair is standing.
My hair's
honestly.
standing too. I've got some somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'll tell you what. Now look, this is exciting to see. This is what I wanted. Right now, you know, both teams are fired up. The crowd's fired up again. You know, this is exactly what we want to see. The world's probably fired up. Chat's going off. It is exciting to see how this is going to unfold. What I want to know, going into this matchup, are the bans going to change? Is Adam going to survive?
No, I don't think it's 1-1. It's already 2-0.
I believe. Oh,
Yeah,
it
because
is?
GenG never won. GenG
No,
never
yeah,
won.
that's the. Yeah, I believe. Sorry.
Yeah, that was 2-0.
Oh, it was 2-0.
So I was excited for 2-0.
Oh,
I was like, wait, the score's playing tricks on
Okay,
our mind.
I thought I was right, then I doubled back. Then okay, my apologies, everybody. It is 2-0. It is the winners. It is as I initially called. I apologize sincerely, everybody. My apologies. No, that is right. That is there, and it is done. There we go. GenG unfortunately do not make it through, and they will be eliminated.
The
And
first
it
one,
does
yeah.
mean that we are going to have the matchup between Rad and Nova once again.
Exactly. That's going to be the rematch that they hope to win this time.
Uh-huh.
Because ultimately, that's going to decide who's the second team that's going to be
Yeah.
alongside Envy. That's already sitting comfortably,
Yes,
actually.
yes,
So,
definitely.
my goodness, I can't believe we were like, gaslighted.
You know what? I'll tell you what. You know what? Both teams put on a show just right there. That was so exciting from both teams.
It was.
From both those teams. You know, honestly, hey, big respect to GenG. They
Exactly.
were amazing to watch here in Marvel Rivals Ignite in the mid-season finals. They were an amazing team. And I know this team, they're going to come back strong. They're going to come back strong.
They're going to come
They're
back
going to
strong.
climb.
Exactly.
They're going to train. They're going to work hard. They're going to diversify their hero pools, work on some new strategies. Metas are going to change. Heroes are going to be released when the next time we see GenG. And I'm excited to see the next generation of GenG coming forward. Keen to see how they all unfold. And again, Brownie was amazing to see. So many amazing players. Snake, Chopper, Fun, XZ, so many players, Kai as well. You know, the squad, Zune, amazing team.
True.
GenG were stellar.
Yeah, I mean, this is ultimately still just the first biggest event, LAN event.
More to come.
Right. More to come. Marvel Rivals Ignite stage, stage 1 mid-season finals. Actually, that's going to be stage 2 as well. There's going to be the grand finals at the end of the year. So honestly, there's still a lot of opportunities to make it towards that point. And yeah, I mean, no one's a loser here. I mean, you go back with something.
Yes.
You go back with $20,000, you go back with the experience, and of course the amazing culture that you have here in Guangzhou as well. And honestly, they spent 2 weeks here. They've soaked up a lot of the culture as well. So I think it's a win-win for everyone.
Hey, I've learned how to say let's go. Jayo!
Jayo!
Let's go.
That's good.
Let's go. That
Jayo.
is beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it.
In
I'm
Korean,
excited.
it's fighting.
Fighting.
Yeah.
I like that one too.
I know. But yeah, I mean, that solidifies the first team that's going home. That's GenG. I mean, for all the GenG supporters, I mean, guys, please do give your shout-outs to GenG as well. They're on Twitter. So if you guys give them a follow, you could always give your encouragement comments to them, just so that they can come back stronger. They see your support and they can pick themselves back up. You know, be a better, stronger version in the future.
Now, I do want to mention,
Yep.
we are seeing a rematch.
Yeah, exactly.
Next up,
rematch.
For the final series of today in the Plains, we are seeing a rematch. To find out who is that final slot, who is the 8th team going into Marvel Rivals Ignite, who's going to be between Nova and Rad. Now, battle of 2 different regions. This is very exciting to see. How do you think this will unfold?
Let's just talk about their situation first. Rad has already eliminated send Nova to the lower brackets in 2-0 fashion.
Yes.
And then secondly, Nova has to play more games than a Red Esports. Red Esports has one matchup to rest. And now going back against Nova Esports, unless if Nova Esports makes changes to adapt towards Red Esports, I cannot. It's hard to see a difference in the results because it only a silly person would think that the outcome will be different
Yeah.
if there are no changes being made. So
Yes,
I feel
yes,
like Nova needs to adapt.
Listen, of the mentality of running it down with the same comp, I do like doing that in comp. We're not in comp. We're here in Marvel Rivals Ignite,
Exactly.
the top of the line, top tier, S tier experience when it comes to gaming with Marvel Rivals Ignite here today. Now, going into this, like you said, let's change things up. Let's work out our bans. Let's figure out how we're going to unfold this entire series for these teams. Now, going into this, of course, we know Rad very well known for, of course, gameplay like Dive. Dive is very exciting. We haven't seen too much of Dive, but you know, Nova do have experience with Dive. They do have a chance to bring out, you know, factors that could also help. But they more run to the Magneto compositions, you know, the Karmic Revival compositions, you know. So it could be, you know, triple res, Magneto versus Dive, your Cap, your Venom. You know, it could be exciting to see how it unfolds. But Naga Psylocke could be a factor again. But just to recap again, GenG 0-2 versus Nova Esports. GenG are eliminated for Marvel Rivals Ignite. That does mean farewell to Dottery, to Snake, to Brownie, to Chopper, to Zune, and Eggsy, and the rest of the team and coaches and staff involved. And that does mean Nova Esports hold it down, keep themselves alive, getting that win, 2-0. Right now, with Ghost, Wongsel, Clem, Yexen, Ubu, and Bobo putting in the work. The Wolverine was exciting to see. Yexen's Adam, honestly, that's my MVP. I think the Adam was unchecked. Put in the work, did the healing, did the reviving, did the damage, did every factor you could possibly want from an Adam Warlock, and most of all, probably farmed some aura as well, as an Adam does as well. But Vongsel's Magneto, massive damage block, and the MVP Vongsel makes so much sense. Look at the stats across the board, 36k damage block, massive healing received from their team. That means they were taking as much damage as they could, and that is exactly what you expect. Big KO numbers as well, 25, and a bit of assisting their team. That's what you want from Magneto. That's what you love from Vanguards. Helping the team, protecting the team, receiving the heals, doing the damage, blocking the damage. That's all you want from your MVP when it's a Vanguard, and that's Vongsel right there, representing Nova.
Yeah, exactly. Couldn't be more deserving than this, right? Because Von XL with that blind dunk onto Snake's Invisible Woman, I think that also kind of messes with their morale as well, their psyche as well. And not to mention, I couldn't stress enough, right? We couldn't stress enough about the availability of Adam Warlock being made for Nova Esports to use. And you can see Bobo just creating havoc because you know what's the good thing, the best thing about Rescom? Because even if you get to take out Nova Esports, the revive factor is always going to be there.
Oh yeah.
And they will always be able to come back and equalize the number. Like, use up your resource, we're going to come back and do it. Look, GenG, that's the one game that they win. But ultimately, the war was won by Nova Esports.
You can win the battle, you gotta win the war at the end of the day, and that's what Nova came to do. They played the long game, they won it in the end, and now they got one more bout for them today.
The dunk? The no-look dunk?
The no-look dunk was amazing. Amazing. I love seeing that. Again, you know what I will say though? It was nice to see some Wolverine. I feel like Wolverine was something that we would have seen maybe banned, you know, maybe behind in numbers compared to Human Torch. I know there's a lot of Wolverine specialists out there in Marvel Rivals Ignite. Curious to see how it all unfolds. I will say though, Zune there with the Strange switch, you know, going for a bit of Agamotto. I feel like Agamotto's, they need a bit more setup. You know, it's a bit unfortunate to see Agamotto's haven't popped off just... Actually, no, there was one earlier today when our legendary co-casters, Shib and Dogman, were casting. They did catch a massive Agamotto. I remember witnessing that. I would love to witness an Agamotto on our end too. That would be fun to call. Now, of course, this team were... Stella were hyped, and that's how Nova feels.
I think running two Vanguards into Wolverine was also pretty sus for me, right? Because you know there's a Wolverine in the mix. You know Bobo's going to play Wolverine. You know there's only one Vanguard. But you still insist on the 2-2-2 composition, which is not only predictable, but you're sort of just saying, hey, we do not respect your Wolverine. Right? But nonetheless, after all has been said and done, Nova Esports was the better team today among the encounter, right? In the encounter. So congratulations once again. And of course, Von XL, congratulations on the MVP. We're sort of going to be able to see the interview section that is going to be happening soon.
Very soon, an interview with Nova.
Bobo's going to be the one.
Oh, Bobo. Bobo. Okay, it's going to be exciting to see. Okay, spice it up. As we know, here in Marvel Rivals Esports, the games are amazing, but I want to know about the players. I want to learn who these people are. We've got the folks at home. You want to rally behind your favorites.
The Prince of Nova there.
The Prince.
He's
Hey,
going to introduce
the Prince
team
has
to us.
subjects. We got to know who they are.
The royal
Give a
subjects.
wave. Keen to see, you know, a bit of a cutscene.
Yeah,
All those things. You know, what is royalty in Marvel Rivals? It's Black Panther in your backline, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
All right. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, very exciting to see.
Yeah,
this is
I'm
going to be
super excited too.
This is going to be a very good matchup. Very good interview very soon, hosted by our amazing host for today, Cozy. The legend is going to be exciting to see. Cozy's so nice.
Cozy.
Okay, we got to give some love to Cozy. W Cozy in the chat, one of the best out there in the Marvel Rivals scene. Content, beautiful, absolutely amazing. Everything he does, crisp, clean, perfect. Also, his drip today, ooh, so good, saucy. I love it.
Yeah,
W Cozy in the chat, everybody. Now, what I gotta say, this is good. This is good. We're nearing the final match very soon. But before we get to that, you know, again, GenG, big love to them for coming out, putting on a show, doing the work. And you know, Nova, as you said, they got one more bout, but Rad's rested. Nova hasn't. How's that gonna matter?
Yeah, I mean, Cozy's gonna be talking to the Prince of Nova very, very soon, right? So, Bobo, without further ado, Bobo, the Prince of Nova, show some respect to royalty.
Hello, welcome to the post-match interview. I'm Cozy. We just saw Nova Esports take out GenG. We say goodbye as they're now knocked out of the tournament. And I'm here with Nova Esports, the one and only Bobo.
大家好，刚才我们结束了这个比赛结束，我们就是欢送一下 GenG。那么在这里的是 Nova 队的 Bobo， 大家掌声欢迎 Bobo。
I've got to ask, we just saw such an amazing game there, Bobo, and there's so many things you could pull apart, but who was the MVP in your opinion?
刚才是一场非常精彩的比赛。那么 Bobo 想问一下，你觉得刚才谁是全场的 MVP 呢？
我们全队。
Actually, all the team.
Ah, that's a good answer. The people's answer. I love it. And with that, you know, you're making history here for Marvel Rivals, the first ever LAN tournament here. And I've got to ask, how is it with such an amazing home crowd for Nova Esports here cheering you on? We definitely heard them throughout the entire day.
这是 MRC 第一场线下赛。刚才你比赛的过程中，其实也看到了观众给你很多欢呼声。作为主场的比赛呢，你的整个感受是什么样的？作为你刚才创造了这么多历史性瞬间的一场比赛。
很高兴，就是这个是漫威争锋有史以来第一次的线下赛，然后也是世界赛，然后很高兴也很荣幸能够来到现场，有这么多支持我的粉丝，支持我们战队的粉丝，也支持就是包括兄弟战队 OUG 都是来到现场。 然后像刚刚比赛的时候，我们都能听到就是观众的呐喊，还有就是大家都很高兴。然后不管最后结果如何，我们 Nova 一直都会在。
It's really a great honor to attend this global MRC LAN championships. So actually, I heard all your voice during the whole game. Thank you a lot for supporting our team.
I love the Nova crowd here. Love the crowd. I've got to ask, you're about to go up against Rad again to qualify for the playoffs. What do you feel like you've learned since you just played them?
刚才一会儿我们还会有一场 playoff 晋级赛。那么你们刚才其实也跟 Red 战队有对战过。那么你觉得从刚才那个比赛经历中，你们队友学到一些什么东西吗？
就是他们的复活流体系非常的强，然后我们会考虑就是针对他们。 在 BP 上面做针对。
Actually, their recirculation stream is really strong, and we will considering like change the ban pick. Yes, that's all.
All right, the Res team, they're looking for the ban pick phase for the Res team potentially. And lastly, I've got to know, well, you know, you guys have been describing you as sharpening your blades in the shadows and a team unknown. What do you tell your fans out there for people that don't know you about Nova Esports?
在这个准备这场比赛过程中，可以说是这个一场10年磨一剑啊，台上1分钟。那么你想对这些现场不认识你们战队的这些粉丝们说一些什么呢？
不认识我们的吗？
现在大家认识了吗？
Love to hear it, love to hear it. Well, guys, we have that game coming up in just a moment. It's going to be Nova Esports versus Rad, the rematch to qualify for the playoffs. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break and another big thank you to Bobo for today's interview.
谢谢 Bobo 接受采访。一会儿我们是 playoff 晋级赛，大家不要走开，关注我们频道。
Yes.